Hi everyone and welcome to this video playlist all about your sign. Each week I'll be revealing 3 more pairs of your spread, so that's 7 weeks of content. Join me each week for the next part. Hello Pisces, thank you so much for joining me today. Here I am to reveal your next 3 pairs. But because this is our last part of your reading, here are 2 bonus cards for you to complete your reading. So we are in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th house of your reading. We have Sagittarius, we have Capricorn, we have Aquarius and Pisces, the last house, which is your house. So here we have Jack and the Beanstalk and the Child of Swords. You're being asked to take a complete different perspective on everything. Stand still, look at what you've got, figure it out, look at it through different eyes, turn your head around with it, make sure that you see everything from every angle, and hold still while you work out what it is you need to do. Because your higher learning needs to start from scratch, and you've got to think about that before you even start. So really, this is very much a time of anything you want to do and take on that's new right now. You need to hold, think and look at it totally differently. You don't have the experience to do this yet. That you need to accept that this is something you must think about and prepare for and expect to go in right at the beginning. You cannot, there's no fast tracking here. You've got to do the groundwork from scratch. Any developments of what it is you're wanting to do, any ambitions that are to do with higher learning and to create something that will take you further, particularly when it comes to your education of your higher self, like philosophy or religion, higher education, and find out everything you can before you get started. And I feel that then you are given choices, because we come here into the house of Capricorn, which is your ambitions, your status, your reputation. And there's a yin and a yang. And there's also an obstacle. And the obstacle is, you're right at the beginning, this is a brand new idea, and it's going to require that you act on it. You've got to do something. It's got to grow. But in this occasion, it's down to your choices. You've got to force it to happen. And this is to do with your ambitions. This is to do with you being truthful, straightforward, logical. But you've also got to really kind of do this on your own. And although Hansel and Gretel is connected to the Lover's card in the tarot, to make a happy relationship of the romantic kind does require you to actually come up with a new strategy of how to do that. It's not simply going to land in your lap. So if you are looking for relationships and communications with others, you have to do something first. It doesn't matter what you say. I don't this, I don't that. It doesn't matter. You have to. It is your choice if you do not want to. The growth will not go any further until you do. So it stops with you. You've got to make it happen. You've got to be the one on your own that starts this up. That's in relationships. That's in anything here of your ambitions. And if you want to be in a happy, loving relationship, you've got to look at how you're going to make that manifest and grow right from scratch, because you've got the Ace of Wands here. And so as we move into this position, the 11th house, which is Aquarius, your hopes, wishes and social life, your principles, your ideals. Here we have Beauty and the Beast and the 10 of Hearts. If you want a happy, harmonious relationship, oh my goodness me, you've got to be strong. It's got to be a healthy relationship. Look at the line here. You've got to have the courage to do so. You've got to be the one that actually says, my inner courage allows me to walk with this. It's what I'm wanting. But you've got to socialise. This is very much about socialising. If you don't socialise, it's not going to happen. I think it links to this beautifully. You've got to make it happen. The choices you make, the people you come in contact with. If you are constantly staying at home and not going out there, well, you can stay at home and I suppose you can talk on social media, but that's not an action, that's talk. You've got to make it happen in order for this to be fulfilling. So if you are talking to somebody, it's time to take action on that. And then you'll have the fulfillment of emotional happiness of saying to people, create something that feels like you're a pack, you're joining together in a family way. Doesn't matter whether you want children or not. The significance of the Ten of Hearts is that you create your own family, whether it's a goldfish or a plant or a dog or a cat. I don't know. Maybe you do want children, fine. But you're not being forced to actually look at the traditional roles of what used to be. This is your choice. This is your strength. But if you don't do something, it's not going to fall in your lap. You have to make it happen. And so you need to connect with people. You need to be around like-minded people. Your hopes and wishes are only going to happen if they're based on the same principles and ideas as you. And so you've got to be strong about that. You've got to be very entertaining. You've got to have that inner child come out to play. Because the card 8 and Beauty and the Beast is very much about Leo. The house of play, the house of fun, the house of entertainment. Also takes great courage to actually simplify life down to that aspect. We move into your final bonus pair this week. Aladdin and the Magic Lamp and the Two of Hearts. We are looking here at the 12th house, House of Pisces. What's your karma? Difficulties? What's your restrictions? Two of Hearts, finding your soulmate. You know something? You do have the capacity to make that happen. That's here. You have all the tools on the table. You are able to manifest this. It's genius what you're thinking about. You must act on it in order for the rainbows of emotion and all these hearts to come in and make you happy. And sometimes people don't actually want a relationship. They want to be happy in their own life. That's also significant. You still need to make it happen. You can't just sit back and think it's going to come to you. Create it. You are the creator. You are somebody that if you look at your own reflection, you need to see it coming back. And that is in harmony with others. And so if you are in a relationship, you need to see the true reflection. If you're not happy, what is it that you are sending out that's restricting the relationship from mirroring back what it is that you want? If you are feeling that somebody is treating you in a way or a manner that you don't actually approve of, what is it that you are sending out that causes them to reflect this back at you? If it's something good and you are feeling that it's not reflected back, you need to have the genius skills to say, I don't want that anymore. It's not good enough. You're willful enough for that to happen. You can say, this isn't good enough. You can say, I'll give you a chance. But it's the communication, and it's being strong and courageous to be able to speak your truth and say, if this isn't right for me, and I discuss this, and you don't want to change, there's nothing wrong with you doing that. I just need to grow, and you need to stay as you are, so we'll agree to disagree and move on. And by moving on, you are then able to bring in and capture the very essence of this happy soulmate relationship. And so, Pisces, I hope you can see the progression of what your cards are bringing about for you and the completion of your journey and how you are in full control. The answers are all within you. Your intuitive self will guide you to give you the happiness and the abundance of what it is that you want and how you make that happen. Until next time, Pisces, thank you for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed the reading. Please subscribe, and I hope you'll join me next time I upload a video. Until then, bye-bye.